Can you hear me okay? Good. Right, I'm going to just make sure that the headset is set to... Hear me now.
Good evening and welcome. Two Birds, One Comms covering the Porsche Cup at Suzuka. So Chris, I'm just trying to get the video on. Through the what? Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie, Chris. It didn't help the fact that you turned up 3 minutes ago. But yes, we're here. Qualifying has just started. First out on track is Elk Massive. And from the times that were being set in free practice, he is very quick.
FRL is the place to be for any sim racer that wants to get involved with a certain course of competition. So,
yes. Chris, apparently you're very quiet. I'm sure Brizzle.
I could let you know, because I had my outputs on my default version. Okay, three people watching. Let's have a make sure you hit like and subscribe to this if you haven't done so already.
So it's exactly the same, Chris.
What about checking my output volume on your PS?
It's maximum. You can't go any higher.
What about the game volume?
Game volumes all the way up as well. This is what happens, Chris, when you turn up 2 minutes before we go live.
Why this keeps on happening?
I've no idea, Chris.
We really need to get some kind of tech guy in, like Bell, who knows how to get all this stuff set up really well, but he's too busy nowadays, like ridiculously busy.
Chris, it's alright. I think I've done it.
What did you do?
You should be better now.
Right.
So,
Let's just see if the volume's better.
it should be, it'll be as you say it is. So, anyway. RMS Elk. Let's go on board with him.
I'm going to get it on my phone and see what it sounds like.
The benchmark lap time is going to be a 2059.
That's what that's that was just that's about maybe a second and a half of what I was doing in my GT. So that is
Chris, mute your mic.
it's the game volume. Game volume. Superseding other
Right, I've turned
boxes.
the game volume down. So let's go with Gamerdad's 1.4 back at the minute, and they're the only 2 times that have been set. However, Shuffler is on a flying lap, just coming out of the S's now.
I'm just going to go in and have a look at the standings, and that way we know who's fighting for what this evening.
I know that IR Graham is 12 points clear of Gamerdad at the minute.
Right, okay.
And Shuffler's just invalidated his lap out of Degner 1.
So this could be interesting this evening then.
Yes, especially with RMS throwing the quick lap times in.
So, do you want me to go through the table where we are just now?
You can do if you've got it up.
Yes, so let's see who's in the race. So, Elk Massive Gamer, I have Graham Shuffler.
Oh, I have a new name.
A new name?
Dort 772 Alonso.
Duarte.
Duarte.
Ooh. Right, so IR Graham is currently on
Oh,
106.
Evan looks like he's hit the wall at the hairpin.
Oh, goodness. That's not good.
Let's see if we can find Evan and the replay.
You're sinister. So we've got with the standings, we've got IR Graham in the top with 116 points. Then Gamerdad is 14 points behind on 102. And then the Devil's Son at 86 points, rounding off
Okay.
the top three. We don't have any Will Friedman tonight because he's away serenading the wife on holiday. Elk Massive is in fourth place with 75 points. He hasn't been lapped up either by any of the kind of the DRT teams.
Well,
So him and Airflare.
Devil's Son has just put it on P3.
Get in there, son. Get in there.
But just to give you an idea of how quick RMS is, he's 1.3 seconds quicker than Gamerdad.
Right, I think Gamerdad's maybe going to start showing a bit of true form here. If you maybe get a wee view of how he's getting on. But Big Time Dave is currently in fifth place. Now, are we missing Big Time Dave this evening? Nope, he's
No,
in there.
Big Time Dave is in. The game is invalidated.
Oh, Air Flare is on 68. Big Time Dave's on 72.
So who else is on a quick lap? There is car number 16.
Oh,
IR
Michael Races
Graham.
is saying Duarte has just joined RKM. Wishing him good luck as a newbie. Fantastic.
Well, he's currently sat in P4.
This was quick. Has Evan got a drive through in Oh, very good, mate. Very, very good.
IR Graham's not actually set a lap yet. And it looks like cars, I thought it was Keddy joining them for a minute. IR Graham's put it in P3. 1.4.
Michael Races had a good race tonight. Big grid.
Yes.
Do you not want to talk about that this evening?
He scared me several times.
Yeah.
Not because it was a silly move, or because obviously I was driving the GT4. It was just he arrived so quick.
God, he does that against all other GT3 cars on track, so I wonder what it would have felt like
He
having the GT4.
just arrived so quick every time. And Graham's lost it. That'll be him giving up on his lap. So Devil's Son is the only one out on track.
Okay.
And qualifying is now over. So this will be his last lap.
Whilst he's doing that, I'll take this opportunity to let everyone know about the whole FRL setup. The fact that you can go onto our website, which is got everything you need to know about standings, merchandise, every other aspect of FRL and the Formula Racing League.co.uk. We also have our FRL Hub on Facebook, so if you just type in at FRL Hub, it takes you right to our direct Facebook page. We also have our FRL
Oh, he's lost it.
on Instagram, and we've got our Formula Racing League TV on Twitch. As you can see at the bottom right hand corner, we've got several kind of sponsors. The main one here is our Pure Sim Gear. We also run coinciding alongside SimGrid because we have a PC side. And we've got a nice wee spin by Devil's Son, sorry. We've got our add-ons like Pit Wall, which is fantastic for whenever you're watching any races. You can coincide that with Pit Wall, which has got all the kind of lovely, beautiful graphics and information and everything you need to know whilst you're doing your races. The Livery Doctor, are absolutely, what do you call that, for the liveries itself?
I can't think of the top of my head. It is called Awesome Racing. Awesome Sim Racing.
Awesome Sim Racing app, which helps you sync your lovely liveries into any race, and then finally, Gamers United Mental Health. This is something that's just been introduced recently. If anyone's got anything at all that they maybe need to speak to someone, that's just perfect. Get yourself over there, have a look around, see who you can have a chat with if you need to chat with anyone. So, qualifying is over.
Yes. So we've got RMS in P1 with a 2053. So his name, I do believe, goes into the lap record list.
It shall indeed. I don't know if this track's been used on there, but it's a very, very fast benchmark.
Yes.
For anyone to behold.
Gamerdad 1.3 back. IR Graham is a tenth behind Gamerdad. And then 3/10 back from Graham, you've got Devilson. And then, is it Duarte or?
We'll go Duarte or Duarte Alonso.
Should we just call him Alonso?
Call him DA.
DA is 4.4 back from the leader. It's quite a big gap between P4 and P5.
Yep.
But you've got the likes of Shuffler and Evan that haven't set a lap.
You've also got the likes of Big Time Dave, who's 7 seconds off pace, which is probably where I would be, or slower.
Yeah, I'd be somewhere near Evan and Shuffler, I think. We're not actually putting a valid lap in.
I like it.
So I think we're going to go on board with.
Well, I'm currently on board with IR Graham.
I'm more worried about the fact that why RMS hasn't got any wheels on his car.
This is why he's going fast. He's got absolutely zero traction. He's just floating around. That's perfect.
No, he hasn't.
Absolutely
Look.
perfect.
Why has he got no wheels on his car?
I'll need to have a look. So the servers have been slightly glitchy recently.
He's got no wheels.
No, we don't have any wheels. We've got one like so far, that's good. We've got Scazetti in the chat as well, saying good luck, Duarte. Thank you very much. That's how far into the race will it be before Evan gets a drive through? That's got to have been yourself that's typed that.
Quite well could have been. He'll see the funny side of it. He's got a good sense of humour, Evan has.
Massive must have parked his car at Liverpool docks. So they stole his wheels, very good. I wouldn't say that around Hutch, he'll end up twatting.
So I think we'll go on board with Devilson for the start.
Yeah.
Oh, RMS has now got wheels on his car.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, very strange indeed.
I'm going to say that the Union Jack livery on the Porsche Cup is very favourable by most people.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's 3 that you can see.
But I've raced alongside most of these guys, and I can tell you that there's going to be a couple of interesting battles throughout this half an hour stint.
Yes.
So the way it works is you basically fuel your car for the full stint. You don't need to pit at all. So if you do see anyone pitting, it might be to repair damage, because on this Porsche Cup car, once you do get any damage whatsoever, it becomes an impossible drive.
Yep.
So with just under a minute to go, and before the race starts, we can run through the starting pack again. So the front row is out massive for Gamerdad in second place. IR Graham and Devilson in the second row. Duarte, Alonso, and Big Time Dave, who's for me, Big Time Dave's the most improved driver recently in the third row.
Yes.
Then C Shuffler and Evan. Row 4 with who's bringing up the rear?
Linkler.
Linkler. Oh, sorry, the one, the Kennedy wannabe,
Yeah.
the 747. We're now in 2 likes. That's great. We've got 6 people watching. If the 6 people watching could just give us a like each, that would be great. The more likes, the better. Our last stream ended up getting into the ether and it done quite well. So this week,
91 views last time I looked.
aye, so that's good. I mean, we're getting some people interested in
Oh,
what's happening at FRL.
IR Graham's just nearly lost it on the warm-up lap. I'm sure Gamerdad won't be laughing too much at that.
Where is he? Oh, I agree, he was in third place.
Yeah, he's just went for a wander in the gravel going through the S's.
I think he's just trying to size up that line so that he can maybe try that in the race. We're back down to 4 people watching, but that's good. The more people watching, the better. It means we can get the word out there as to what happens in FRL. We pretty much run leagues on a Tuesday night, a Thursday night, a Sunday night. We do Tuesday late night, Thursday late night, Sunday late night. And very soon, and I wanted to mention this last week, but very soon I'm going to sit down with Evan himself. He's already worked out a calendar that's going to be a workable calendar for a new endurance series that we're going to bring back into play.
Oh.
Yes, so we'll be doing our 2-hour endurance races again. We'll maybe do a couple of wee variants through the calendar, but that's something me and Evan will kind of discuss. It'll need to be something that will maybe run on a monthly basis. I think monthly is more favourable than the bi-weekly that happened, and we ended up getting a massive drop-off. But the monthly thing is more, you tend to get bigger grids on the monthly races
Yeah.
because it's more to play for. So watch this space on PlayStation, guys. We've got Hendrix saying, "Let's go, boys." Sadly, I couldn't make it this weekend, but good luck, everyone. Want to see a drive through the fields by Shuffy?
Yeah, I believe Shuffy and Hendricks get on very well. I believe they work together.
Oh, do they?
I believe so.
Right, okay. That's a wee story for another time. So, what, we've got a wee bromance happening there.
Yeah, they always bounce off each other in the PS4 chat anyway, especially during the race.
Will we call them Starsky and Hutch?
More like Laurel and Hardy.
Well, I've not necessarily seen any of them at all, size-wise, so that could be quite a fitting thing. But Starsky and Hutch, well, they're American. Starsky and Hutch. Starsky and Hutch is more of a kind of Americanized thing. I can always remember watching Starsky and Hutch and then Dukes of Hazzard back to
Yes.
back, and then you had things like Fall Guy. I don't know if you can remember Fall Guy.
Yes.
Where the end of the credits, he would be in the back of a pickup truck and he would jump off a bridge right into the water.
Yeah. So we're just coming round the last turn now. RMS has slowed the pack down quite a lot coming into the chicane.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing that for, because we need to really be sitting at 60 to 70 miles per hour,
Right,
which
Steve.
is around about
50.
the
There's a
95 to about 101 kilometre mark.
and we are green. We're away. Gamerdad gets a good start round the outside. Graham's looking to put it through the middle, and he backs out, which is a very good idea.
Oh. And that's a very, very clean start
Oh,
to the race indeed.
very clean. Devilson's all over the back of Gamer. Oh, there's a car off in the background. IR Graham's actually got in front of Gamer at the start.
Oh.
Evan's got himself up into P5.
Excellent. Just working out my camera thing here.
Oh, I thought Evan was going to go for a big send into Degna 1 then.
Is that saved? I'm trying to be able to cycle through. It has. See if I can set the TV camera. Okay.
So currently we've got closest cars on track is, well, was Evan, but I think he's just dropped off from Devilson a little bit. And is Devilson going to get the run on Gamerdad down to 130R? See, I've never driven the Porsche Cup round here, Chris, so I'm not sure.
It's not the easiest, I can assure you. Right, it really is not the easiest.
Oh, Gamer's run wide. Evan's run wide. There's his first track warning.
Most likely. But those Porsches seem to be able to eat those curves quite nicely. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, Evan gets a bit of a slide.
I've just seen that as well.
Linkley's got himself up to P6. Oh no, he's not. Must have dropped back down. Shuffler, is he going to make a move into turn 1? He's pointing the nose in out. Oh, that must have been close to contact. As he forced the error.
So Evans chasing down the Devilson and Gamerdad as well. They're having a wee battle, 1.5 seconds ahead of him.
Yeah.
He might be able to take full advantage of that.
Shuffler is currently all over the back of Alonso.
So we've got a couple of wee battles happening. So I'll stick with Evan just now. We'll see how Devilson and Gamerdad. Oh, that might be another drive through, another
track limits for Evan.
Track limits for Evan. I'm not sure. He did come off his throttle there to maybe salvage the fact that maybe that's what it was going to be.
Possibly, yeah.
We're just coming around the hairpin, leading rounds towards Spoon, and Evan flying his gold, white, and green Porsche.
He loves the green livery with a bit of gold in, does Evan?
He does indeed. He does indeed.
So let's go on board with Alonso looking back at Shuffler chasing him down. Let's see.
Gamerdad has dialed that Porsche in nicely. He is now just slinking away.
Let's see what the slipstream is like. Looking back at Shuffler and who's braver through 130R. Let's see if he lets off. Yeah, he does actually let off. Shufflers are a little bit wide, so does Alonso. And Linkla's gone very wide behind. Yeah. Oh, Shuffler's round to the wing of Alonso now. But I think he sacrificed the exit.
I think with these types of cars, the smoother you are, the more consistent the car's going to be.
Yes.
To off, so we've got Duarte in front. He's doing a bit of weaving from back and forth.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that myself.
I wonder if that was just a wee hello Shuffler, or
well,
was that him trying to break the...
Alonso did go to the right hand side as he exited the last corner, and then he moved back to the left and then went back to the right again. But I don't think...
He's made a couple of moves. I don't know if that's something he's done in anything other than trying to break that slipstream.
Yeah. Come on, camera.
See if you go into the steering wheel view, the amount of inputs that you've got to put into a steering wheel just to keep the car on cue.
Yeah,
It's absolutely ridiculous.
it's
that
and
was
Shuffler's got to be inside. Don't touch, keep it clean. And he has.
Well done.
He just sat behind and kept I noticed Shuffler kept showing the nose up the inside in the braking zones, and I think that is that's a force.
3 or 4 corners
Yeah.
ago.
Well held.
That sideways. Wow.
Well held.
Well held indeed. That's got to be the move of the day so far.
That'll give Shuffler some breathing room though.
Yeah.
And let's see if he can go and hunt down Evan.
Now, Evan's still hunting down Devilson. Devilson's went very, very wide leading into the last chicane. Oh, and he's overshot it, which means he's going to have to travel down that grass.
Yeah, and Evan will get the place, which he has done.
Indeed. Because even cutting down that grass, although it's like a massively shorter distance, the ground is so uneven that you need to just come right off your throttle, slow right down without touching your brakes, because your car just loses it. And I can assure you, you'll know how that works on that corner there, Woods.
Yeah.
If you remember.
Yes.
One late night.
Yes. When I tried to take it flat out.
I think I left that race with sore ribs with laughter.
Yeah, you can't take it flat out.
No. I think you squared off your tyres that day.
I think Shuffler's made an error because Alonso's right back on him.
Well, the only battle that I can see happening just now is Shuffler's made that error, so he's fell back and we've got Duarte Alonso on his case.
Yeah.
Every other car seems to be kind of spreading out ever so slightly into that kind of 2 to 2.5 second mark away from the car in front.
Yes.
Oh. Comms cuss, we've just went on, had a look at Duarte Alonso, and what does he do? He loses it. So Shuffler's just pulling away, he's half a second ahead, coming into the hairpin, and he's went wide himself, and that's gave Alonso the chance to gain that ground and close the gap.
And Linkla's not that far back. If these two keep making errors, it's going to be a three-way battle for P6.
Yes. If we have a wee look at Massive.
He's pulled a 3-second lead in 3 laps.
And he is sporting the grassroots livery colours, can I just add? Without him realising, so I think we've just found a new grassroots recruit. I'm going to have to compliment him on his lovely blue, red and black livery. And he's got gold wheels on there just to finish it off.
Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
That's enough of the grassroots now, Chris. I think we'll go on to IR Graham. Gamerdad's 5 seconds back from him, so I think IR Graham is going to extend his championship lead if it stays as it is now.
So we've got 3 watchers and 3 likes. I like it. Do you know what? I'll give it a wee like as well. There you go. We've got 4. Fresh Briz is just saying they're going to Bill and Ben. Men, excellent. We're talking about
Shuffler and Hendricks.
Very good. And then he's also mentioned that P1 is an alien. Which, yes, he is.
So I think we'll go on board with Alonso again. They both had a big slide.
Is that the comms cuss again?
And Shuffler very, very sensibly got out of the way. Because I think Alonso was coming through after Shuffler's little slide through Degner 1.
Fantastic.
I don't think I've ever seen a car go 45 degrees to the track between the exit of Degner 1 and the entrance to Degner 2. It was.
If it does and it survives, your tyres are flat.
Yes.
You've got flat spots, definitely. I think this battle's going to continue. There's 20 minutes left in the race, so the first 10 minutes has been extremely exciting between these two.
I'll have to say that Evan is now in P3.
Oh, Devilson must. I think Devilson's struggling to keep that back end at bay.
Yeah. And Gamerdad is now in P5.
Oh, I wonder what happened there. I wonder if we can come back and have a wee look at the replay. I'll try that if you give me a second.
You go back and I'll let you commentate on the error that must have been made.
Yes. So Gamerdad.
I'm
Let's
gonna
have a look.
say it was somewhere either at 130R or in the chicane. I think Evan's gonna have to be careful though, because that Porsche looks very, very slidey. And I know from driving the GT3 Porsche that the rear tyres do wear very quickly. And it can be a handful.
Right, so we're coming up to turn 1, and he's just went hit too heavy on the brakes and turned his back end in. He's caught it and drifted right over the grass. Came back onto the track just before Evan got there, straightened up, but Evan had the run on him. So before
Okay.
we got through the S's, Evan took full advantage of Gamerdad's slide. So that was
Okay.
quite a nice save by Gamerdad, might I add. But
Oh.
on the same token, it's completely discombobulated this car because he's now still trying to push when he's got pitting on the tyres. Because when you go off the track like that, the game
Yeah.
does simulate pitting.
And Evan's now dropped back to P4.
Right, okay.
And I think he is struggling to keep that rear end in check. But RMS is just in a league of his own at the minute.
Yes, indeed. See, I think it's something we would love to see, like larger grids in this game, larger grids in this particular series.
Yeah.
Because a grid of 20 cars on the PlayStation 4, but these cars were just. I mean, we're just at the tail end of summer holidays. People are just starting to get back into the swing of things, going back
Yeah.
to work, and kids back to school and stuff. So I think it's only a matter of time before traction starts to kind of build again, and then we start getting our numbers back up on these kind of late night events because they're great. There's just something very elating about chilling out, especially driving one of these Porsche Cups. It's the hardest car to drive in the game, but if you can nail it,
It's
it's
so
a
rewarding when you get
magnificent.
it right.
Yes, I've driven it a couple of times. I think the first time I tried it was in Barcelona, and that wasn't the best track to try it for the first time.
Yeah.
I'd love to see this on Brands Hatch. I'd love to see what it's like in Brands Hatch.
Big time Dave still putting the laps in,
Yeah.
even though he is running at the back, but he never gives up. Never
Never,
gives up.
never gives up. Now, he is a grassroots driver. Let's just get that out there again. But he's opted for, I'm going to say, like an almost. He's went red and blue and black. That's our colours, actually. It was just the colour of the sun there, so I'll get off his case.
Has Grassroots changed its colours that many times then?
We went, the green wasn't working. As much as grassroots and green and all that jazz, I thought we'd maybe just kind of mix it
Oh,
up and change the colours to black, red, and blue.
Evan has just sent it up the inside at 130R.
Okay.
Oh, is he going to
Did it
hold it
work?
around the outside of the chicane? No, he's
It's a
backed
nice
out.
wee battle unfolding here. He has backed out,
He's
so that's
backed out.
very clean driving by him.
In all fairness, Devilson only stayed alongside into the chicane because he run wide in 130R,
You're halfway through, keep pushing.
Okay.
which has brought Gamerdad right back into it. So Evan currently is in a pink Porsche sandwich.
with Devilson and Gamerdad.
Yes.
See, the thing is, I think Evan is part of Triple X as well, isn't he? But he kind of steers away from the pink and sticks
He
with the
is.
squares.
Yes, he is.
He's caught that quite nicely there.
He likes the green, doesn't he, on his cars?
Yes.
That might have something to do with where he lives.
Top of the morning to you, if that's anything to go by.
He's really got his hands full here at the minute, though, hasn't he?
Well, there's nothing worse than looking in the rear of the mirror of your car
And having
and seeing
Gamerdad behind you.
Gamerdad in your mirror, because he's an absolute animal. He's the cleanest racing animal I've ever raced against.
Yes. And he just puts he just puts the car in a position that makes you look in the mirror, even though you know he's not going to make a move. You always look.
When I first started kind of getting that bit more competitive, I started finding my feet in the Prosche, started looking at putting in the good laps and stuff. We were on Hungaroring. He made a mistake and I managed to get in front of him. And then for 18 minutes, the last 18 minutes of that race, right up to the last corner, I'm not kidding.
Evan,
I've
don't
never
lose
been
it.
so soaking wet from the racing alone.
It was
2 metres from my back bumper for 18 minutes. I parked on every apex, he couldn't get past me. We matched pace, he just couldn't get past me. I think he was slightly faster than me, but only I was doing just enough to keep him at bay. I got a nice wee combination off him that night, but at the same token, I think it was frustrating for him.
Yeah.
And my SA shot through the roof.
Yeah, you can go wheel to wheel with him.
Yes. Now, who do you think we should maybe invite in tonight for our post-race interview?
I'm potentially thinking Evan.
Want to get Evan in?
Yes.
So
Bearing in mind
pack.
that no one knows about who's been picked, it is literally you may get a message after the race.
Yes. So this way, I'm going to just see how he thinks.
Well, I hope he doesn't answer you in the next 11 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
Because if he does, that's very impressive.
Aye.
Oh, Gamerdad's run wide and Evans run really wide. So let's look what's happening up front. So we've got RMS, which is just churning the laps out, lap after lap after lap. He's currently 5.9 seconds clear of IR Graham. Then the Devil's Son is 15 seconds back from Graham, and I think Gamerdad might be closing that gap to him.
So, IR Graham, let's have a look at this. If IR Graham's closing that gap, do you think 10 minutes is enough to catch him? Probably not.
No, Gamer's closing the gap to get Devil's Son.
Sorry, apologies. I thought you were talking about massive. He's not put a thing wrong in this
No,
lap.
he's now 6.2 clear. He was 5.9 at the end of the last lap.
Now, he's driving this car like anyone would a GT3 car. I hope IR Graham's not two tenths off of that, by the way. But he's driving this car like someone drives a GT3, and I don't know how he's got the car balanced like that.
No, I don't.
He's not putting lots and lots of inputs into the steering wheel.
I was just going to say we'll go on board and look what his inputs like. I like the steering wheel.
Smooth. What's this? Just going around smooth. Most of the guys is counter steering in the other direction.
It's his throttle input, how smooth he is on his throttle inputs as well.
Very well done. Let's see where he stands. in the second one.
Yeah, 130R I think where you can make a lot of time up. It's just a little lift and a shift down a gear.
Yep.
But I don't think he's missed an apex while the time I've been on board with him. It just goes to show you consistency is key to just churning them lap times out.
Yes.
And that is what separates the quick guys and the aliens. Because I know people that can churn out very, very quick lap times, but they do it maybe 3 out of 10 times. But it's just on board now with him through the S's, and it's probably as quick as I would go through there in a GT3 car, which is frightening.
That's frightening. I'm just going to put this in here. I've sent them a wee message and I've sent them a link as well.
Yep. Oh, is there any battles? Shuffler's dropped off now. Linkler's oh, Shuffler's dropped right to the back.
Right, okay.
He's now 4 seconds back from Big Time Dave.
I wonder what's happened there.
I wonder if he's got damage. Has he hit the
I'm
wall?
going to have a wee look at another replay. That's a good opportunity for us to look at another replay. Let's have a look. Replay.
I can't see any damage on the car though. Oh no, yeah, the bonnet's flapping a little bit, I think.
Damage.
Oh yeah, it looks a little bit worse for wear.
Oh.
Has he gone off at 130R?
No, so he's at the hairpin and he's planted
he's...
it. He's just overshot his throttle and planted the front of his car into the wall.
Well,
now this is what I mentioned right at the start of this. As soon as you get damage on this car, it becomes almost impossible to drive.
Well, Shuffler is now half a second behind Linkler.
As in Gary?
As in, Linkler and Shuffler have just spun in the S's.
Oh no.
So Big Time Dave has got himself up to P7.
Mr. Consistent, as ever.
Yeah.
So let's look at his inputs on his steering wheel.
I'm just on. Who are we on board with? Dave.
It's quite smooth, I see that. His counter steering.
He's just catching them little tiny slides, isn't he?
But he's catching them. And he's a wee bit more apprehensive on the front coming out of the corners. But it takes time to nail this car. It really takes time.
Yeah.
Look at 5 minutes. Just short of 6 minutes left. Sorry, in the race.
Already.
See about another 3 laps. And I can assure you that's flew in. That's been a very fast 25 minutes.
I can't believe there's only 5 minutes left.
No. We're just getting our second win and just getting into the race.
Yeah. So what's... is there anyone close? I think the top 3 are pretty much set. Evans dropped back from Gamerdad now by 10 seconds. Where's Alonso? How far's Alonso behind Evans? Oh, commentator's curse! Oh no, he's not. He's caught it. He saved it.
See the drive through the thing. It was Evan that he's basically jinxed himself, putting himself. Oh, Duarte is having to counter steer his car, but I wonder if he's carrying damage.
I don't know. I was on board with him a minute ago, and it seems his steering wheel seemed very jerky, like he was lagging.
Yeah, I can see
Oh,
that.
IR Graham's in P1.
No.
RMS must have had a mistake.
Let's see what happened there. So, Mr. Alien himself.
Oh, the front of that Porsche does not look healthy. The bonnet's flapping.
Quick.
The bumper looks loose at the front. Oh, it does not look happy. And I'm going to say it was near 130R because I spotted he was in. Graham was in front of him as they were coming through the start of sector 1. Oh, Shuffler parked it as he
I
gave
think
up.
Elk Massive has disconnected.
No, he's still on. He's running in P2.
I've got him flying all over the place on my replay here.
So maybe he's had
Okay.
a bit of a lag spike then.
That's maybe a bit of. He's just basically he came through the hairpin leading towards Spoon.
Yeah.
So he's coming into Spoon now. And then all of a sudden his car starts flying left and right and away through the map, and that's not good. That's not good at all, RMS. I wonder if he's...
So IR Graham has been gifted P1. Well, IR Graham's just done a 206.6 and RMS has done a 210.
Right.
So, what type of lap times is Devilson putting in? 208.
Oh, right. Oh, so coming round 130R,
Yeah.
coming up to the final chicane. Sorry for butting in there. He's ate the curb nicely, ate the second curb nicely, floored it, caught the exit curb leading onto the home straight and smashed head on right into the entrance to the pit lane.
I've done that so many times at this track.
And IR Graham just breezes past.
So that's why
the front end of his car looks like it's made of paper mache.
And he's gone off at Degner 1 as well. And I think Develson's too far back. 11 seconds.
It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from.
So the
We're now
leader.
going into the final lap, and IR Graham will be absolutely overjoyed. I wonder if we could get in a couple of guys, if we can get in IR Graham as well. Or do you want to stick to just bringing in Evan?
We've already sent the invite for Evan, haven't we? So
Yes.
I think maybe we'll do Graham next week.
Oh, that means he must show up. But this will be doing IR Graham like an absolute. This will be a massive help towards where he's sitting currently in the standings.
Yes, it will, because he was 12 points clear coming into this race.
Yeah. 14 points clear.
Are you sure?
Yes, you've even commented that on the... Is it yourself that put the information on the screen?
Right, man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a
Can
final
IR
push.
Graham hold on to his 14-point lead? Can
Okay.
Gamerdad close that gap?
Well, IR Graham is just coming into the S's with an 11.5 second lead.
Right, okay. I think Elk Massive's potentially going to lose that second spot to Devilson.
No, he's 10 seconds back.
It'd be nice to see other people, but the amount of damage he's got in his car, I wonder if he can hold that smooth pace that he's been pushing.
I think he will be fine because Devilson is 10 seconds back from him.
Right, okay.
I don't think Devilson's got the pace to close that 10-second gap in a lap.
Right. Well, here we're coming to the hairpin with IR Graham, with Elk Massive just coming under the bridge, the crossover bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's keeping that 10-second gap alive.
Yeah.
Gamerdad is just leaving the S's. I mean, that's consistent from Gamerdad. Gamerdad is he's made one mistake and he's dropped one place.
Yeah.
Doesn't do his championship chase any favours, but we are race day 4 out of 9. No, we're not. We're race day 4 out of 12.
Yes.
We're not. I'll start again. We're race day 4 out of 10. So we've still got another 6 rounds to go after this.
Yep.
Oh, with next week's roster, let's have a look. We'll talk about next week's roster actually. We'll talk about the next week's race because we've got IR Graham just coming into the final corner now to bring in another podium, another win. And in this Porsche Cup, that's an absolutely magnificent feat.
Yep.
Absolute. Well done indeed.
The leader has finished the race.
Very well done. And he was still lapping the 2:07 mark on his last lap.
Elk Massive coming in right after him, limping that poor car over, and he's just threw his car into the side. And then we've got Devilson coming over to complete the podium.
And Gamerdad is... so he's not that far back really.
No, he isn't indeed. He's just coming up there now. Just over the line. Well done for bringing it in 4th.
And Shuffler got a stop and go.
Oh, poor Evan is, oh no. Evan sideways. Ah, brilliant.
I think he's playing now, isn't he?
So,
He's drift.
he's trying to bust his tyres, I think. Oh, what's... he's not going to make it to the line. Oh, fantastic, mate. Brilliant. So Evan brings it in 5th, annihilates his car over the line. With Duarte Alonso struggling at 130R, he's just limping that car over.
Is he?
Big Time Dave. Oh, Big Time Dave's actually coming up the straight just before Duarte.
Big Time
No
Dave's
way,
got
Big Time
P6.
Dave's got a P6.
Well done.
Mr. Consistent, pushing it over the line in 6th. Well done for sticking that out, son. I think I'm going to give Big Time Dave my driver of the day.
Yeah. I agree.
Sticking it out. Well
Evan's just attempting to do donuts, I think. And he's give up.
He picks up the message. I'm going to say stop doing donuts. So we need to ask him what his game plan was.
I think keep it in a straight line, to be honest. And keep within the track limits.
Well, there we are. The next big grid's up there. That's something we can discuss. That's another big grid posted up for September.
Really?
It looks like there's a few guys. What's going on? Return to garage.
There's a couple of left already.
So there we are. That's the final standings.
So we had IR Graham finishing P1, RMS finishing limped into P2, Devil's Son P3, Gamerdad unlucky because he could have been up there with IR Graham in P4, Evan P5, Big Time Dave, like you said, Mr. Consistent in P6, Duarte taking advantage of the error and Big Time Dave taking the advantage of the error
And Duarte
Duarte,
taking advantage of sea shufflers as well.
yeah, and I think Linkley just really struggled.
And
And
then with someone come in a Ferrari.
I do believe we have got
Mr. Evan himself.
Evan himself. Evan,
Hello, gents. Hello.
how we doing?
Not too bad, no. Sweating after that.
Was it good fun?
No, my rear tires were in bits.
We seen that at the end, and we were thinking you were maybe just playing, but maybe that was you struggling to keep that at bay.
My back left tire was 30.2 psi.
Nice.
Yeah.
We,
Very fucking nice.
you were very quick in the middle of that race though.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually had the pace in the first half of the race.
Yes.
But after that, then it just went to shit. I got an awesome start. I held, then there's like a gaggle of cars, like the top 5 just like ran away.
Yes.
I kept up to the tail end of the top 5. And Gamerdad made a few mistakes. Sherry
Yes.
made one mistake. I actually don't think I overtook the car today. It was all mistakes.
Yes.
Do you know that's what the grid was full of? Because Elk Massive, he went round the track without making a mistake until second lap from the end, lost control on the exit of the very last corner, touched the chicane, and his car got pulled in and he smashed right into the pit entrance. Lost his
I've
lead.
nearly done that a few times. Mad.
Yeah, I've done it several times here myself.
So 2 questions. What was your game plan?
Who's my which?
Your game plan for this evening. And the second question, how many drive-throughs did you get?
Game plan for the season was just to try and keep it out of the wall. To be honest with you, like Suzuka, granted it's got 2 awesome straights, but the rest of that just sweeping corners. So keeping it on the black stuff was just a game plan. And I got no drive-throughs. I didn't even get a single warning that race. There you go.
Really?
What? Can you
Green
now
light,
officially
go,
remove
go.
the drive-through king tag?
So in the mix Sunday race, I got 1 warning. That was it. No drive-through though.
Wow.
Oh.
I shall live up to my name soon.
It's not a good name you live up to be fair.
So where's the bastard one? So I'll usually always get a drive-through at
Nerbs
Nerves, yeah,
and Silverstone.
and Silverstone,
Yeah.
and Hungary. I like to get them at Hungary too.
Yes.
Pretty much anywhere that's got a track limit.
Didn't you
So
get?
Bathurst is the only guaranteed never drive-through.
I don't know, because didn't you do a race there and you were on your 3rd warning?
I did, right, but those were the 3 most softest track warnings ever. I hit the wall 3 times and it said track warning.
Yeah, that's right on top of the mountain, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
one tiny wee bit that's got
Yeah.
like, it's the weirdest thing because your car physically can't get to the other side of that curb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. You can't do it, but it always happens at that. It's that going up the hill and you just touch that wall and that's it, you get your warning.
Yeah. But no, it was a good race to watch, mate. Your car looked very slidey in the last 10 minutes.
So, like, in the end, I just stopped fighting it. I just said, right, honestly, the fastest way of me getting around this is by Tokyo drifting. So.
And we did catch your little slide and spin down the start-finish straight on your last lap.
Yeah, okay. I give up by then, to be honest.
I thought you were trying to go over that finish line in a fireball.
Yeah. I've done it many times where you've just had enough and tried to cross the finish line going backwards.
Me and you have had a fantastic race on here in the late heats before.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah.
My ribs were sorely laughing. It was fantastic.
We were talking about that earlier on in the race when we come to the agreement that you can't go through the last chicane flat out.
You just can't. The car just becomes discombobulated. So thank you very much for coming in and giving us a wee chit chat at the end. What your game plan worked? You were mid-table. You never lost it. That you never get the drive-through.
Especially after not getting a quali lap in, I think that mid-table worked perfectly.
Yes. Let's make sure we're all in some kind of visual effect. Come on. You're looking for one. What are you going to do? What's your part in visual effect? Oh, he's got a pencil for a pal.
Jeremy Pals, yeah. Be grand.
There you go. Fireworks.
For P5, yeah.
It's well deserved, mate,
Well,
to be fair.
Absolutely. Very happy with that.
myself and Octopussy here. Thanks you very much for coming in and giving us your
Yeah.
5 minutes of your time at the end of quite an invigorating Porsche Cup challenge race day 4 at Suzuka.
You're very welcome. We look forward to next week. So
Yes.
Nice
We'll
one.
be here.
Catch
Cheers,
you, buddy.
mate.
go to these joints.
Ta-ra, mate. Bye.
So
Right,
that
Chris.
rounds off
I have been
race
told.
day 4.
I have been told I need to get out of the server by Gamerdad. He's
Why?
waiting to reset the server.
I'll tell him just to reset it.
I'm out anyway.
Yes. Hang on. I'll just make sure I get out as well.
It'll just kick you out anyway, won't it?
It should do, but I'll just quit out. There we go.
But no, that was
That was good. That was the fastest half an hour tonight.
I know, I can't believe it. It's like when you said there's 5 minutes left, I had to look at the time. It's like, really?
Please don't go.
But that was good.
Reset the server.
So,
sorry, Gamerdad. We're sorry to keep you back, buddy.
driver of the day, Chris. It's got to be Big Time
It's got
Dave.
to be Dave. It is, yes.
Because I think at one point in the race he was 15, 20 seconds behind. And he just stuck at it and never give up. And he just, like you say, people make mistakes.
Well done, Dave. So we're giving our driver of the day to Big Time Dave.
Yep, Big Time Dave. Well done, Dave.
Now, can you make in the broadcast, can you make our window nice and big?
Why?
Because I'm going to share a screen.
Do you want us to go full screen? Or bigger?
Just the size of the screen would be ideal. The reason being, I'm going to bring up the next venue so that everyone can see what's actually on the cards for late night next week. Thunderlight night. He bada bam bada boom. Dee dee doo dee. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. You should be able to see that, yeah? You can indeed.
I can see it.
So, we've had round 1 at Zandvoort, round 2 at Barcelona, round 3 at Spa. Tonight was Suzuka. And we now have Paul Ricard as our next venue.
The car park.
The car park. Now, how are the guys going to be able to hold their cars at that very, very fast sweeping right-hander? This is this is going to be interesting next week. Interesting indeed. So everyone tune in. Late night Sunday, Porsche Cup. 2 beards, 1 comms. 30-minute run. Paul Ricard.
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
Oh.
10-minute quali.
Are you saying who's going to win already?
Yes.
I think
who's going to keep their car on the straight and narrow? Who's going to be able to? I mean, think about it, right?
I'm going to say
straight.
it's that Elk Massive is going to
Massive.
win. Yeah. I'm going to put it out there. I think he'll win.
Right. Okay.
As long as he doesn't hit the pit wall entrance again.
Do you know what it is? It's track limits on Paul Ricard. That's a killer.
Evan screwed them. Sorry, Evan.
He's getting a worst driver of the day already, and it's not even started. So, yes, next week Paul Ricard, all to play for. It's just going to be so much fun.
Yeah. It'll be
So,
good. Right, I think that's it, Chris.
yes.
I'm calling it a night. It's been fun.
You call it a night, and I'll call it whatever I like.
You look like you're ready to go to a rave.
My night's just about to start.
Right, Chris, thank you very much again, and I will
No worries.
catch you for GT4 Thursday late night.
Yes, before Thursday. It will also be Paul Ricard. It'll be 11 o'clock, not 10:30. So Paul Ricard is going to be the venue all week.
Yeah. So I'll see you at 10:58 on Thursday then.
So no, it won't be 10:50. No, it won't be 10:50. It'll be around about 10:45.
I bet it's not. Right. Thank you, Chris.
Love you, man. See you soon.